went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to cover this particular topic because it involves some data mined info about upcoming cosmetics coming to Pokemon Pocket. Some companies are a bit different about whether they're comfortable with you covering this type of data mined information, so I'm just going to cover it, but you know, instead of DMCAing me, if you're not comfortable with this to Nintendo or DNA or Creatures or whoever cares about me uploading this, I will take the video down, you know, no need to DMCA me, please. But I think it's gonna be fine in this case. We'll wait and see. Regardless, this is stuff I really wanted to talk about because some of this stuff is really cool. A lot of people have been begging and pleading for more content in Pokemon Pocket, and don't worry, we will be getting more content in Pokemon Pocket. But simply put, there isn't much reason for them to release new content at the moment. The game's not even out globally. However, they clearly have plans for additional content. We already know about the data mined promo cards and the data mined Wonder Pick cards, which I did a whole other video about if you want to go check that out. But in this video, I'm going to go over all of the cosmetics that have been data mined. There are 4 types of cosmetics we're going to go over, and you're going to see that each of these cosmetics kind of bleed into each other. We're going to go over display boards. So these are the in-game way that you display your different cards. We're going to go over playmats. You obviously know what a playmat is. We're going to go over custom coins, and we're going to go over card backs. This first display board is like a pink desk area, and it's actually labeled as a pink desk in the game files. I really like this. It's a really cool aesthetic. We're probably not going to get a lot of this type of stuff, so if you're into this type of aesthetic, it's really nice that we already have something like this in the game. There's a journal on the desk, there's a coffee mug. It's definitely a vibe. Honestly, this is the type of aesthetic that I like, but I don't know if I have many Pokemon cards that I want to show off in a display board that matches this aesthetic. Maybe if you had like a really cool Gardevoir or something. But honestly, most of the chase cards don't really fit this type of aesthetic, so I don't know how many people will be using this, even if it's the aesthetic that they like, just because they won't have like a matching card. This next display board is one of Eirka. I really like this one. If you've got like a cool Venusaur, you can use this to show it off. Honestly, a lot of people might want to just use a Vileplume because Vileplume is Eirka's like ace Pokemon, but unfortunately the closest thing we have to like a cool Vileplume right now is like a flared out Vileplume, and flares don't display on display board. So I don't know how much use there is for this right now, but it is really cool. I like this Meowth display board a lot. The gold coins, the diamonds, Meowth. There's another Meowth down here. You can see his tail along with the treasure chest. It's just a really cute one. This is the type of display board you should have if you've got like a crown rare or something, showing off like the gold coin aesthetic. It kind of aligns with that. I imagine a lot of people are going to use this one. I love this Gardevoir one. This looks so nice. There's not really a chase Gardevoir though, right? There's no full out Gardevoir or anything like that. So if you've got Gardevoir, you can put it in here, but Gardevoir is just a 3 diamond card. So I don't know how crazy it is to show it off, but it's still cool. I do love this one though. Then we've got a Pikachu one. I love all the different expressions that the Pikachus have. None of them have like the same expression, right? There's one that's giggling. There's one that's almost looks embarrassed. There's a sad looking one, a surprised looking one, a happy looking one, an excited looking one. You know, very, very cute background. One that's distracted, busy looking for food or something in the grass. Very, very cool display board, especially if you've got like a immersive Pikachu to show off or something. This next one features both Venusaur and Bulbasaur, and there's a flying Pidgeotto in the background as well. Actually, that's Pidgeot, isn't it? But yes, if you have like a grass card to show off, this is like the perfect display board for that. Although, I think I would use the Eirka one over this. But honestly, the most unique thing about this one, I think, is probably the sunset. So if the whatever card you're trying to show off matches the kind of sunset aesthetic, maybe this is the display board for you. They've got a snow one, so if you're showing off a beautiful Articuno or something, you could do that with this. But I wish there was something more cool about this, like maybe it was a Seafoam Island one if they wanted to show off an ice thing, but this is just kind of a generic ice texture. So honestly, I'm not too in love with this one, but there's definitely going to be matching aesthetics for you to go with. This Mewtwo one is incredible. People are going to love this one for sure. I don't even know what else to say about this one. Obviously, if you have a crazy Mewtwo to show off, you can show it off with this one, but really, I think that this is just an incredible piece of art, and people are going to want to use this for sure. Now we're going to move on to playmats. Those were all of the display boards. So playmats, when it's your turn, you're going to show off your playmat, and people get really excited when they see unique playmats. There's only really 2 playmats that exist right now. I guess there's 3 playmats if you count the default one, but there's the Eevee one that's in game, and then there's the premium one that's in game that's really hard to obtain. And whenever the premium one shows up, my chat and viewers and things like that, they get really excited. So people really care about these playmats, and I'm excited to get my hands on one that I really like. I don't really like any of the ones that are in game right now. I'd say the premium one's the best one, but I haven't really found anything that matches my aesthetic. So I'm excited about these data mined ones. We have a data mined Mewtwo playmat. This looks really nice. I also like that the way the cards are going to end up positioning here, they're going to be, the first card here will be kind of near where Mewtwo's thigh is, and the other one will kind of overlap where Mewtwo's hand is, and it'll look like it's almost like glowing, right? Like the card will have a part of the Psychic Sphere or whatever move Mewtwo is trying to use here, that'll be like behind the card, so it'll be kind of nice positioning. Yeah, really excited to see how this actually looks when it's cropped onto the screen. But yes, this looks really nice. If you're a Mewtwo player, obviously you're going to want this one. This is kind of like almost a different perspective of the Venusaur Bulbasaur artwork we just went over. I love how happy Bulbasaur looks. Look at him, he's such a happy little guy. The same type of sunset aesthetic. I think this works for like a lot of different decks. So if you just wanted like a generically good playmat that doesn't really need to be committing to like a grass aesthetic or a Mewtwo aesthetic, it doesn't feel like too bound to one particular card or one particular archetype or one particular type, this is probably a really just nice, generically good looking playmat. This Meowth one kind of falls into that category as well, but it's kind of giving across like the money aesthetic. This one kind of works for an Eevee as well, because you can see the evolution stones in the pile of money there as well. You can see the water stone, the thunder stone. Don't see a fire stone in there, but yeah, you can see a big money aesthetic here. So maybe if you've got a crown rare card in your deck or something like that that you want to show off, you could show off that you're the big money bags here, and you could be running this. Maybe even if you're running like a coin flip heavy deck, you could run this as like a fun matching aesthetic, right? You're a gambler, look at how lucky you are. Man, I love this Gardevoir. I don't know if I'm gonna like that she's upside down. I think that might look weird during actual gameplay, but the artwork here is just so incredible. This is exactly the type of playmat I would run. I just hope her being upside down isn't actually jarring in gameplay like I'm imagining it would be. Maybe it would look fine, I'm not sure. Next up, we have the Pikachu one from earlier. One thing that's kind of a nice detail about this Pikachu art that I really like is that some of them are male and some of them are female. If you look at Pikachu's tails here, if you don't know, the two circles on the end of the tail mean it's a female Pikachu versus the kind of jagged zigzag edge that's on a typical Pikachu. That is a male Pikachu. But it's just a nice detail here that they had both male and females in the artwork. And again, they're all rocking different expressions. Some of them are surprised, some of them are sleepy, some of them are happy to be eating berries. There's lots of really cool artwork here. And obviously, if you're running a full-on Lightning Pikachu EX deck, this is the exact playmat you're going to want. I love this Eirka playmat. This is going to be my playmat. Look at how happy Vileplume is. Yeah, it's just, what can I say? It's a beautiful piece of art. And then, obviously, I'm a grass type enjoyer, so having the grass gym leader of the region on a playmat is obviously going to make me happy. And obviously, I'm a Venusaur enjoyer, so I use a lot of Eirka as well, like Eirka the card. So yeah, this screams me. I'm definitely going to be using this playmat. Now we're moving on to coins. We have a Gardevoir coin. I really like this Gardevoir coin. That's going in my Mewtwo decks for sure. Then we have a Pikachu coin. Works really well for the Lightning decks, but even if you're not a Lightning deck, I think that this coin is going to be pretty good for you because obviously Pikachu, even though he's a Lightning Pokemon, is very much like the mascot of Pokemon, so you can get away with running this kind of generically in any deck, I think. I like this Venusaur coin. I feel like the detail is maybe a little too low. Like it almost, some of the lines look a little bit weird to me. I'm not sure what that is. Just like a vibe that I've got. But yeah, I mean, if you're running a Venusaur deck, having this coin will be nice. I don't think I'm going to go out of my way specifically to target this. Like if this is like expensive to get or maybe difficult to obtain, I probably won't target it compared to some of this other stuff. But if you're like a Venusaur only player, then like I feel like this is a required coin for you. The Mewtwo coin, I don't think I would ever run this over the Gardevoir coin, even in like a Mewtwo specific deck, because I think the Gardevoir coin looks so much nicer. But this does look really cool, so I guess it's just pick your preference. If you're running like the Mewtwo Gardevoir deck, do you want this Mewtwo coin or do you want the Gardevoir coin? And I think a lot of people are going to choose the Gardevoir coin over the Mewtwo coin. Although, you know, lots of people love Mewtwo, so maybe they'll just pick it because it's Mewtwo as opposed to like the actual artwork or the design of the coin. This solid green Eirka coin is referred to as Eirka Hollow in the code. I'm not really sure why, but I really like it. I'm going to run this in like all of my grass decks. Anything with grass theme in it, Eirka Hollow is absolutely going to be the coin that I use. And then there's a regular Eirka coin, which is this kind of rainbow texture. I like this one a lot as well, but I would probably only run this specifically in a deck that is using Eirka or is using Vileplume or is using something that connects it more to the character of Eirka as opposed to that generically cool grass coin that is this one. Meowth, I feel like if you're running any coin flip heavy deck, you want to run this one. It's like screaming, like, look how much of a gambler I am. Even though Meowth is all about wealth, I believe, is like the aesthetic of Meowth. I feel like the wealth aspect and the gambling aesthetic of flipping coins kind of align with each other. So yeah, if you're a big coin flipper, this is the coin for you. That is actually our last coin. I'd say of all of the coins there, my favorite one was definitely Eirka, either the solid green one or the rainbow one. And then the Gardevoir as well. I really like the Gardevoir. She looks so sassy there as well. All right, now we can move on to card backs, starting with God of War. This is an incredible card back. Probably my favorite of all the card backs we're about to go over, and her being upside down isn't going to annoy me as much as it did on the playmat that we went over, because it's just on my card back, you know? It's not as all over the screen the same way that the upside down God of War from the playmat will be. Then there is the Pikachu artwork. This is the same artwork that they were using for the playmat. I don't know how I feel about using... I think I would probably want to mix and match. Like, I don't think I would want my card back to have the same artwork as my playmat, but I would have to see how I feel about that actually trying it out in-game. Oh my god, this Mewtwo goes so hard on the card back. Looks really, really nice. Wow. Very, very cool card back. Man, Eirka! What a cool card back. This looks so nice, man. I love this piece of artwork. It's so cool. Oh, yeah, I can't get over this artwork. This is absolutely my favorite card back so far. And then there is the Venusaur artwork, Venusaur, Bulbasaur. Again, this is the same artwork from the playmat. Looks really nice. I think if I was running a Venusaur deck, I would run the Eirka playmat and then the Venusaur card back. I think that's probably the angle. And then there is the same Meowth. He's got a gold outline for his card back, which is pretty fitting. And that is the final card back that we've got to go over. Those are all of the cosmetics. So for reference again, here's a graphic with all of the card backs. Here's a graphic with all of the playmats. Here's a graphic with all of the coins, and here's a graphic with all of the display boards. You can find all of those on my Twitter. Let me know which one of each of the cosmetics was your favorite, which playmat are you going to use, which card back are you going to use, which coin are you going to use, and which display board are you going to use. Let me know all about it in the comment section below. Keep being awesome, and I'll catch you in the next one.